Hello and welcome to another What's Inside. Today we are looking at Trivia Challenge. This is a game for 2 to 6 players or teams. I'm not sure of the age range on this, but this is put out by the Canadian Games Company, or the Canada Games Company, sorry, from 1984. This is definitely going to be aimed more at adults than younger players because it is fairly challenging. So let's see what we've got in here. You can see I bought this used. There's a giant piece of tape across it. But it's kind of a boring box. I'm a little disappointed by that because they could have jazzed it up with some people or something. So here's our instruction sheet. It's the same as on the back of the box actually. So if you lose this, it's not a huge deal. But this is really nice quality. Look at how thick that is. You can use that as a placemat. It's so good. Back is blank, but really nice piece. And here's the game board. So each section there, I believe, is a different player. And up here's the winner circle. Pretty nice. We've got yellow, white, blue, red, gray, and green. This is a really nice board. It's held up very well. It's got nice separation piece there. Overall, pretty solid piece. Some very light marbling on the back. Very nice feel to it. Very sturdy board. I like that. Alright, so here are our trivia cards. We've got hard and we have easy. Now there are 2,500 easy questions and 2,500 hard questions. We've got our plastic storage bag, and there's some stuff inside there. So let's take a look inside this bag, then we'll look at some examples of the cards. Okay, so inside the Trivia Challenge cheapo plastic bag, it's got this weird flap thing, which is probably going to get ripped. This is probably going to be missing if you bought this used. Inside we've got our pieces, which are really pointy, so don't step on these. It's not high quality plastic. This is more like 60s plastic pieces. It's a real cheap type of plastic, very early plastic that is going to shatter and create jagged little shards that will wedge into your flesh. So we've got 6 of those. We've got white, blue, yellow, green, red, and black. And we have a regular 6-sided die, the type you usually get in a board game. Not exciting, but it is the old standard, so all-around utilitarian die. Then we also have 6 reference cards. These are 2-sided. There's enough for 1 for each player, and they are the same on the front as they are on the back. It's just one side is glossy and one side is matte. So the categories are comics, movies, music, TV, general, your choice. Pretty standard stuff. So let's take a look at the trivia cards to see what the easy questions look like first, then we'll look at the hard ones. Okay, so here's the box labeled easy. This is a very simplistic design, probably designed to save a little bit of money, but let's take a look at the cards. These are pink, and they say easy all over them. So let's look at a couple of these cards and see what we've got. Now the cards aren't numbered, but there are quite a few of them. I mean quite a few. 2,500 of them. There's 2,500 easy questions. I don't know if it's broken down by 5 per card or if there's 2,500 cards, but it really wouldn't surprise me. There are definitely hundreds of cards here. And they are not numbered because these are ancient. So we got questions like, what is the name of Captain Marvel Jr.'s everyday identity? Well, everybody knows that. It's Freddie Freeman. And it's right there on the back. And you can see this is off-center. So, nice work there. But really, these are nice. There apparently is a French language edition of this as well out there, because these were made in Canada. So they're really nice. They're a little glossier on one side than the other, which is probably why they're slightly warped. But there's some good ones, like what is Aquaman's sidekick called? And of course we all know that is Aqualad. In what comic strip would we find Bruce Wayne? Well, I think we all know that that's Batman. What's the name of Captain America's girlfriend? Well, that depends on the era, but this is probably Sharon Carter. No. This is Betsy Ross. Okay. These are really old. It could also have been Diamondback because of the 80s, but here we are. And there's a lot of hard questions like, these are supposed to be easy, but what is the name of Dagwood's mailman? Well, maybe in the 80s I would have known that, but I don't know. Oh, Mr. Beasley. What nationality was horror film star Bela Lugosi? He was Hungarian. Comet is what superhero's horse? That's Superman. So that's the easy cards. Some of these are actually pretty challenging by today's standards. Like, not a lot of people would know who Superman's horse is because they don't really use them anymore. That's been retconned since like 86, I think. So that's the easy questions. Let's take a look at the hard ones. Again, very simplistic box design. They say hard on the lid. The white bottom half is exactly the same as the other box. And these cards are gray bordered. And these are going to be hard if you found the easy ones. Difficult, these are going to be real challenging. What's the name of Britt Reed's secretary in the Green Hornet? Casey. No last name, just Casey. So yeah, some of these are going to be very, very difficult. But the cards are actually not bad quality. Like I said, there's a few like off-center printing errors, but that's not a big deal to me. I'm not having these framed or anything. They're just trivia questions. But if you're looking for a challenging trivia game, the title of this one fits. Trivia Challenge. Some of these are really hard. So I would definitely take a look at this if you're up for some challenging questions. Trivia Challenge is definitely going to be up your alley. I have never heard of the Canada Games Company before, but they look like they know how to put together some pretty good trivia questions. Some of these are definitely going to be dated though, and era specific, like what is Flash's everyday identity? Well, that depends what era. It doesn't say Golden Age, Silver Age, Modern, or anything like that. So when this was printed, it probably would have been Barry Allen. But it could be Jay Garrick, or in after the Crisis, which would have been 86, after this game came out, it would have been Wally West. So, yeah, this is Jay Garrick. Well, Jay Garrick wasn't the Flash when these came out. Barry Allen was. It doesn't say what is the Flash, the original Flash's everyday identity. Then it would be Jay Garrick. So that's actually a bit misleading. But if I would give it to someone if they guessed all three of those. But I'm a nerd, so not a rules lawyer. Alright, that's what's inside Trivia Challenge, the 1984 version from the Canada Games Company. It looks pretty cool. Some of the questions might be a bit dated, especially with the comic stuff, but overall it's going to be a challenge either way for the average person. So if you're real big into trivia stuff, you might want to check this one out. This might be worth your time, and it might be challenging, as it were. So give it a shot. I'm not huge into the trivia stuff because I'm kind of bad at it, but this does look like it's held up very well over time, and the questions are pretty interesting. So I would definitely recommend it, but that's just my take on it. That's going to wrap up this episode because I told you my opinion and we've seen what's in the box. So it's time to wrap this up and get on the road. So thank you as always for watching and supporting the channel. If If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss future unboxings and reviews. If you want to help the channel in other ways, links are in the description and on the About page. And of course, as always, we hope to see you on the next one.